The silent comfort. Is air conditioning slowly damaging your body? Imagine walking into a cool room on a burning hot day, where the air conditioner hums softly and your body instantly relaxes as the intense heat fades away. That feeling of instant relief can almost feel magical, like your entire body is being rescued from discomfort. Your skin cools down, your breathing slows, and your mind feels calmer within seconds. It feels like control, like you have mastered the environment around you. But here is a question worth thinking about. What happens when your body stops experiencing natural conditions and becomes used to artificial comfort all the time? Is it possible that something as harmless and common as air conditioning could be slowly influencing your health in subtle ways? Understanding your body's natural intelligence. Your body is not just a passive system, it is an intelligent machine, constantly adjusting to the environment around you. It maintains a stable internal temperature, even when the outside world changes drastically. This ability is known as thermoregulation, and it is one of the most important systems keeping you alive and functioning properly. When it is hot, your body sweats to cool itself down. When it is cold, your body conserves heat and may even cause shivering to generate warmth. These responses are not random. They are part of a finely tuned survival mechanism. Now imagine what happens when you spend most of your time in a controlled indoor environment, where the temperature rarely changes. Your body no longer needs to work as hard to adjust. At first, this feels like a benefit because you are avoiding discomfort. But over time, your adaptive systems can become less active, almost like a muscle that isn't being used regularly. This can reduce your tolerance to heat or cold, making you feel uncomfortable more quickly when you step outside. That is why some people feel exhausted or irritated even in moderate weather conditions. Their body has simply lost some of its natural adaptability. The air you breathe, a hidden factor. Let's now focus on something you rarely think about: the air you breathe. Air conditioners don't just cool the air, they also change its quality and moisture level. The air inside an air-conditioned room is usually cooler and significantly drier than natural outdoor air. Your respiratory system, including your nose, throat, and lungs, depends on a certain level of moisture to function smoothly. When you continuously inhale dry air, it can start affecting your airways. You may notice a dry throat, a scratchy feeling, or even mild irritation while breathing. Over time, this dryness can make your respiratory tract more sensitive. Now consider another important factor: air circulation. Air conditioners often recycle the same indoor air repeatedly, especially in closed spaces. If the system is not properly maintained, this air may contain dust particles, bacteria, or allergens. Breathing such air continuously can affect your lung health and overall comfort. For some people, this may trigger allergies, sinus congestion, or frequent sneezing. This is not because air conditioning is directly harmful, but because poor air quality over time affects your body. Your lungs are constantly interacting with the air, and even small changes can have long-term effects. Skin and hydration, the silent depletion. Your skin is your body's first line of defense, protecting you from the external environment. It also plays a key role in maintaining your body's hydration balance. When you sit in an air-conditioned environment for long hours, the dry air begins to pull moisture away from your skin. This process is slow, so you may not notice it immediately, but gradually, your skin starts losing its natural moisture. You may observe dry patches, itchiness, or even a feeling of tightness on your face. Your lips may become chapped, and your hands may feel rough. At the same time, your body continues losing water internally even if you don't feel sweaty. This can lead to mild dehydration, especially if you are not drinking enough fluids. The tricky part is that in a cool environment, your thirst signals are weaker, so you may not realize your body needs water. Over time, this can affect your energy levels, your focus, and even your overall well-being. Muscles and joints, the cold effect. Now let's talk about something many people experience but rarely connect to air conditioning: body stiffness. When your body is exposed to cold air for long periods, your muscles tend to contract slightly. This is a natural response to conserve heat, but it can reduce your flexibility. If you sit in a cold room for hours, especially without moving much, your muscles can become tight. You might feel this in your neck, shoulders, or lower back. When you finally stand up, your body may feel stiff or uncomfortable. For individuals who already have joint pain or muscle issues, this effect can become more noticeable. Cold environments can increase sensitivity in joints, making minor discomfort feel worse. Over time, this repeated exposure can contribute to chronic tension in your body. Your body prefers balance, not extremes, and constant cold can disrupt that balance. Energy levels and mental state, the comfort illusion. You might assume that being in a comfortable environment would make you feel more energetic and productive. But interestingly, the opposite can sometimes happen. Your body uses environmental signals, like temperature changes, to regulate your energy and alertness. When you stay in a constant temperature environment, your body receives fewer signals to stay active. This can make you feel sluggish, even if you are physically comfortable. Some people describe this as a kind of indoor laziness, where they feel unmotivated without any clear reason. Your circadian rhythm, which controls your sleep and wake cycle, is also influenced by natural environmental changes. When those changes are missing, your body's internal clock can become slightly confused. This may lead to irregular sleep patterns, low focus, or even mental fatigue. It's not dramatic, but it is gradual and noticeable over time. The immune system and environmental exposure. Your immune system becomes stronger when it interacts with different environments. Exposure to natural air, temperature changes, and even minor environmental stress helps your body stay adaptive. When you spend most of your time in a sealed, air-conditioned space, your interaction with the natural world decreases. This does not mean your immune system becomes weak instantly, but it may become less challenged and less responsive over time. Another important factor is the sudden transition between temperatures. Moving from a very cold indoor space to extreme outdoor heat forces your body to adjust quickly. This repeated adjustment can sometimes make you feel tired or slightly unwell. It is not the air conditioner itself, but the constant temperature contrast that stresses your system. Psychological dependence on artificial comfort. There is also a mental side to this story that many people overlook. Air conditioning creates a sense of perfect control, where everything feels predictable and stable. Over time, you may start preferring indoor environments over natural outdoor settings. You might avoid going outside, not because it is dangerous, but because it feels less comfortable. This creates a kind of psychological dependency on controlled environments. However, your mind benefits greatly from natural elements like sunlight, fresh air, and open spaces. These elements help regulate your mood, reduce stress, and improve your mental clarity. When you limit your exposure to them, you may feel disconnected or mentally dull, even if everything seems fine on the surface. When does it become too much? Using air conditioning occasionally is not harmful at all. In fact, it is extremely useful in extreme heat conditions where it can protect you from heat exhaustion. The issue begins when it becomes a constant necessity rather than a temporary comfort. Spending your entire day in air-conditioned rooms, sleeping in very cold temperatures, and avoiding natural air completely creates an imbalance. Your body is designed for variation, not for staying in one fixed condition all the time. When that variation disappears, your body slowly adapts in ways that may not be ideal. Finding balance, the smart way to use air conditioning. The goal is not to eliminate air conditioning, but to use it wisely. Keep the temperature moderate, so your body doesn't experience a shock when you step outside. Avoid sitting directly in cold airflow for long periods. Take short breaks in natural air, even if it's just for a few minutes. Stay hydrated because your body loses moisture silently in cool environments. Make sure your air conditioning system is clean and well maintained, so the air you breathe is healthy. And most importantly, allow your body to experience natural conditions regularly. The final reflection. Air conditioning is one of the most powerful comforts of modern life, giving you control over heat and environment. It makes your home pleasant, your work easier, and your sleep more comfortable. But your body was not designed for constant artificial conditions. It was designed to adapt, respond, and interact with the natural world. When you remove that interaction completely, even something as simple as temperature can start influencing your health over time. So the real question is not whether air conditioning is harmful, but whether too much dependence on it is limiting your body's natural strength. The next time you sit in a perfectly cooled room, think about this. Are you simply enjoying comfort, or are you slowly losing your connection with the natural balance your body was built for?